What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Round 13 video. Please do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button, as well as subscribe to my channel. Of course, welcome your criticism of this video in the comments section. Play it at speed and ask you to follow me on Twitter. My username is ShutdownSafety. I want to talk about the 3 biggest pursuit issues I have when it comes to Madden 13 and ways they can be fixed. Have an inside run here from my Bills Online CCM. It's actually my divisional championship game. First thing I want to talk about, user control. You can see here I'm on the middle linebacker pre-snap. When the ball is hiked, I go ahead and run down and try to put an end to this play in the backfield. The problem is, as you can see, I'm running with full speed and momentum. The center is just coming out of his stance. Yet the game decides it is going to stop my momentum and allow me to be spun in to the center and blocked. Now, had this not happened, obviously I maybe would have had an opportunity to stop the play in the backfield, but none of these pursuit issues would have taken place. So the other thing we're going to talk about here real quick is I try to get back on the fullback. Zoom out, just take a look at this formation. You can see no wide receiver over there, one wide receiver here. No tight end is going to go out and run a route, and this should affect the way players react. I want you to just take a moment here and notice when the fullback gets the ball, where my safeties are and what they do. They're both standing at the 40-yard line, but they continue to fall backwards another 2 to 3 yards before they react, and personally don't understand that. Obviously, they have no one near their zones. There's no receivers that would pose a threat. They should be crashing down. Now, one of the largest issues this game has had is the fact that players cannot get around each other. This is offense, this is defense, it does not seem to matter. Patrick Peterson here actually does a great job of reading this play. You can see, comes out of his zone, realizes it's a run, goes to pursue down the field. Now, as I talked about, the problem is players cannot pass each other. It does not matter at this point that my defensive tackle maybe has 80 speed and Patrick Peterson maybe has 95. Because they're both pursuing to the same point, Peterson cannot get around him, and to me that just seems like an archaic way of programming a game. Run to a point and then try to follow that point down the field. What this causes is Peterson to run into my tackle, fall limp, kind of almost get around him, but then basically trip over my defensive tackle. I mean, that just looks terrible. I haven't understood why other people haven't brought this up and why this game seems to get a pass. This is not how a cornerback is going to pursue down the field. He should be able to run past my defensive tackle. Now, the bigger problem, like we talked about, is the way these safeties react. And again, this is what turns, this 5 or 6 yard run, which is going to eventually be stopped around the 45-yard line, into a 60-yard, 70-yard touchdown. I want you to watch how these safeties come down on the fullback. Obviously one of the slower runners in the game. Even though they were all the way back, had about a 30-yard cushion when he broke the line of scrimmage, their interactions are going to mainly come from the side. And this is a situation where the fullback can possibly break a tackle. He's going to be able to run basically uncontested without being caught from behind down the field because the safeties are the last line of defense I have. So you can see there William Moore comes in from the back side of your screen, and he is going to make contact from the inside shoulder. On the other side, enter a roll. He's going to make contact on the outside shoulder. These are hits that need to be done front on. I want to see a running back, halfback get taken out at the knees, fullback get taken out at the knees, not this side interaction, because this is what lends to a broken tackle and a touchdown open field. So if we could simply just find a way to increase user control, if we could find a way to allow not just offensive but defensive players as well to get around each other to pursue down the field, and if we could tighten up the way safeties come down to the ball carrier, I think we'd have a lot more success with Madden 14 in terms of better gameplay and better simulation. I'd like to see your guys' opinions on this. I appreciate you sticking through the video, and of course I will be back in the week with more.